Hello there, Hammer fan. Welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we're looking at the Legacy Collection 212th Battalion Clone Trooper, Obi-Wan's unit. This is another one of the Build-A-Droid Droid Factory ones that comes with a piece of TC-70. Looks like we get his right arm. So far, I think this is the one that looks the coolest in the box. I think the orange really pops on this type of packaging that they have. But yeah, he looks pretty cool in there. Looks like he's painted pretty nicely. We get both versions of the Clone Blaster, the droid arm, and then a pretty good picture of him up here. Nice close-up shot. Then kind of an awkward pose here. I don't really know what's going on there. 212th Battalion Clone Trooper. Clone Troopers in the 212th Attack Battalion fight in the Battle of Utapau. Distinguished by their orange-marked armor, 212th Clone Troopers are under the command of Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi and Clone Commander Cody. They accompany Kenobi to Utapau on a mission to eliminate General Grievous. And there's the TC-70 part, Jabba the Hutt's protocol droid. We've already looked at a couple of these guys. We're going to look at some more of them in the future. Again, these packages are all kind of loose on here, so let's just help them along their way and take them the rest of the way off, and then take a look at the figure. There he is, the orange Clone Trooper. So I gotta say, I like the appearance of the guy, but I think the sculpt is not great. It doesn't really come as a huge surprise. It's an older figure. But I think once I get him in the collection, I'm just going to pose him doing something simple and then sort of admire him just, more so from afar. But yeah, if we take a closer look, you can see they actually did put a decent amount of weathering on him, especially his helmet. A lot of like dirt and grime up there. And then looks like he got blasted in the chest or something on his thigh. So I like the shade of the orange, and I like the weathering. Some of the joints are a little loose, especially this leg here. And as you saw, the helmet is very loose as well. So it looks a little bigger than most. I actually kind of like the appearance of it, but it is just too big and then it's too loose. And then if we take it off, the guy looks like he's sick or something. Very pale looking dude, so he probably shouldn't be in the Battle of Utapau. Maybe you can put him in the sick bay or something. This is the guy that got scurvy. And then the accessories, other than the helmet, it comes with the two clone blasters, so they're actually very thick. This is not like the bendy ones we've been getting more recently in the vintage collection. So it's nice that it's sturdy, but the sculpt does look a little bit not lazy, but not very refined. And then on the smaller version, it's pretty standard. Nothing really to write home about that. It was a little tough to get the blasters in the guy's hand, just because the hands are not very flexible. But once it's in there, he's got a very, very firm grasp on it. It's not going anywhere. Just a little tough to pose him with the bigger blaster, so I'll probably use the small one when I put him in my displays. Articulation, again, is not the best. We got a ball head, kind of a limited movement up and down and side to side. Then we got ball shoulders that really do not move very far at all. And then the elbows go maybe about 90, a little less. He does have a hinge in the wrist, I think. Yep. So that's actually pretty cool. Not a lot of older figures have that. Very nice addition. We got a ball waist, which moves pretty well. And then these ball hips have a pretty solid range of motion. The only issue, like I said earlier, is just this one on mine is a little loose. I don't know if that's normal or just on mine. It's not a big deal, and at least you can move them with a pretty solid range of motion. And the knees do actually go past 90, and the feet are actually kind of stiff, but there's a ball there, I guess, so you could move them up and down carefully if you wanted to. And as for the droid part, we get the right arm TC-70, which looks pretty cool. It's a little more interesting than that leg we got last time with the battle droid. Some more paint apps going on. So we can go ahead and pop that right on here. Look at that. We got like half of a figure. Yeah, that's the 212th Clone Trooper from the Legacy Collection. Again, not the best Clone Trooper. We definitely have much better sculpt nowadays. But I do love the paintwork on this guy, and I'm really glad to have him in the collection. I do think he's going to pop, even with modern figures. Definitely holds up to today's appearances at least. So, don't hold back if you're interested in this guy. And as always, you can't turn down those extra Droid Factory parts. So if you get a good deal on this guy, definitely take them. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.